What's going on, guys? Another day out here. Today we will be cutting down some shooting lanes on Chase's property. It's June, beginning of the off-season for off-season prepping. We're gonna get out here today and see what's going on. We got some throw and grow in the back. We got a pickaxe, some tools with us, some power tools. We'll be cutting some shooting lanes also, and basically starting the prep for this fall.
Yep, a little bit of salt licks for antler growth, and we're gonna see if we can't get these deer while they're in velvet, while they're growing here in Georgia, and then hopefully we can see some biddies that were been born. We like to see some population growth, so we'll see what we find out here.
And I know that you've been having some good deer out here in the past that have been running around and doing their thing, so should be some deer out here today even.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes.
So right now we're heading back to your stand.
Yep.
Okay.
We're gonna cut a few shooting lanes, and I'm gonna try to take a different approach. We still got a big food plot out here. It's about, I don't know, 3 acres.
Okay.
But we're gonna try to do some throw and grow in the hardwoods, because we've got a good transition coming in from that food plot into the hardwoods.
Okay.
So we'll see if we can get them feeling comfy, and then they'll step out into that food plot in the hardwoods. It's just gonna be about a 10 foot by 10 foot, just something small.
Man, this is like one of the most exciting times, and it's not even deer season yet.
I know.
Just getting out here and knowing it's on the horizon.
Yep.
That's exciting by itself.
So we kind of let the place grow up a pretty good bit.
It looks good through here.
We pretty much just let our food plot from last year just kind of grow up.
Okay.
And we haven't really done a lot of maintenance on it. We wanted to have as much cover as we can, so we got some really nice sweet gums to our right. Some thick cover.
Look at all this.
Really good bedding areas. The rest of it's going to be hardwoods and food plots pretty much.
Man, this does look good through here.
So,
oh wow, look at this, man.
This is one of our old plots here. And you can see some of those 5-year-old pines over there, 5, 6-year-old pines. So we just got a bunch of bedding area and cover for all these deer. More so for the babies, really, because they've got a food source and cover. So
This looks great out here, dude.
yep.
And you, Chandler, and Jay are all out here together?
Yeah, me and Chandler.
There you go.
Yep.
I remember last year we came out here, we saw like a handful of does just chilling out here.
Yep.
Man, there's gotta be turkeys out here.
I think.
There has to be some turkeys.
You would think. And we're here.
Good deal.
Let's get cutting.
Let's do it. So what are you thinking first?
Probably go in here and cut some shooting lanes, get some limbs down.
Okay.
And then that'll open it up for the plots and stuff like that. So
I'll bring the hand trimmer. Want to leave the pickaxe in here.
yeah, we'll leave all that.
Trimming
in there.
first? Okay. Get that bar
Get
chain
some
on.
bar chain on.
Okay. Gotta get her right.
You're right. Got some new Ryobi electric tools. Ryobi, sponsor us. We won't let you down.
Man, that's a nice hat. Our bottom line's looking good.
Yep. Sure is. And let's get to cutting.
Let's do it.
Coming off of this food plot into the hardwood. Got our feeder right here in this old roadbed. And you can see here, kind of wraps around this old roadbed. We tilled this up, cut this road in. But right here, this transition going into this hardwoods is absolute money.
That does look money down there.
It is money. we'll cut a few shooting lanes. I'm gonna leave some of this undergrowth, try to give them some cover. But majority of these deer are gonna bed in these pines over here. Some of these are actually like 10, 12-year-old pines, so we haven't cut any of those off the property. They stay in there. I mean, they bed in there like crazy. So we're gonna try to cut some shooting lanes without taking away my own cover. We got our 10-foot pole saw, chainsaw, and then we got some throw and grow we're actually gonna plant in the hardwoods. We might do a few hinge cuts on trees so the undergrowth can grow and sunlight can reach that food plot. So my stand's right out there about 40 yards. I've got another oak growing parallel to it so I can put my camera arm on there, and we can do 2-person filming if anybody brings a saddle or lock on. And majority of the shots are taken right here or in the hardwoods, especially during rut when they're coming in to check their scrapes and stuff like that. So we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna get up in that stand in a second, though.
Okay.
And tell you kind of what limbs are in my shot. Glad to see that. So this right here, during late fall and throughout winter, late season, these limbs obviously, or these leaves obviously fall off, but early season, this is awesome cover. That's why we don't have any kind of blind or anything set up on the actual stand there. We're gonna try to just turn some of this soil over, do some throw and go right here on this old fire break. And that way we have food source out there, transition, hardwoods, acorns, and then another food source here. So they'll come from both sides. And we'll see how it goes.
Man, this does, the way you're explaining it now, I'm seeing. So we came in from there, correct?
Yep.
And you got all that open field transitioning down right into here,
yep,
right by your stand. This is.
You can see, this isn't a trail that we just used. This here, I mean, you can see my stand's 2 feet from this deer trail going up into the old food plot up there. So they use this like crazy, especially during rut. Especially during rut. But let me climb up here, Dubbo. You can grab the pole saw.
So what happens? You get married.
That's exactly what happens when you get married. You start getting power tools.
Yeah. That's funny.
Just like that. What do you think about that, Dove?
Looking good so far.
Good.
I just want to make sure for your stand, being right there, you're looking good. Being a lefty shooter with a bow, you're looking good on your power shot side.
Yeah.
But this is about it. Just to give you a shot right down the middle, you know?
Yeah.
Other than that, it's looking good out here, man.
Okay. We'll go do some hinge cuts and then we'll do the throw and grow.
Let's
We
do
just
it.
got to turn some soil over. So we'll have a food source in the hardwoods. But you can see kind of where the sunlight's breaking through over here.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be right under my stand.
Let's see, what time is it now? So it's noon, right?
Yeah.
You know, you'd have about this much light for your plot.
Yeah. Thinking right in here. What do you think?
I would run on this straight alleyway right through here.
You think?
Yeah, because like I was saying, your sunlight's already coming through here naturally, you know, without having to cut anything else.
Yeah. All right. Be careful on this one, my buddy. We'll just get it started.
Leave it like that too.
Yeah, leave it.
Sweet.
Perfect, guys.
Yeah, dude.
Can you cut that real quick?
Yeah, I cut that. Oh yeah. There you go. Money, dude. Yeah. I'm gonna start cut this one all right. This lane is wet. We can pick. Let's cut the way it's in and we'll pick up the crack up here. Yeah. My goal is to get it out.
Perfect.
That was awesome.
Perfect.
Great.
That's a Hinge right there.
Oh wow, look at this. All the water it's storing.
Yeah, that's good.
This is what you call breaking a good sweat. Can't tell you how excited I am about Kansas trip again this year. It's gonna be a good time.
It's gonna be a good time.
But it's not bad.
You like it?
I love this. Turn it up one more time since we've been packing it down a little bit. Get it opened up. So right now we got most of it tilled up. Just with this food plot, we're just making sure there's no weeds or anything, vines underneath that would constrict the food plot we're trying to build here for Chase. So right now we're going through hand by hand and just pulling these weeds out. That's something I had to learn the hard way last year doing my first time food plot. It got smoked by the weeds. I'm getting excited for this.
I know. So I'm doing it real heavy because of the fact that the plot is not big at all. I just want them to have another food source in the hardwoods. So I'm gonna lay this to it. We've got a pretty good spot. We hinge cutted a few trees, and we're just gonna lay this clover and ryegrass to it, just so they have another food source in the hardwoods. We're supposed to have a little bit of a dry spell, so we don't necessarily want it in direct sunlight. I'm gonna start by hand, and then I'm just gonna lay it to it. Just to make sure it's even. All right, everybody. I hope y'all enjoyed that. We did some hinge cuts. Did a little 10x5 food plot there in the hardwoods. We're sitting right now in the old food plot I was telling you about, so there's still some of the leftovers from what we planted last year and made it. So hopefully this will make it. We didn't want to come in and disturb the land too much, so we wanted to focus more so on the hardwoods and that one stand location that we have on the east side of the property.
That's right. This was a good time coming out here today. This is the second time I've actually been on this property. We came out here last year. He took me out here last year. Kind of did the same thing, but it was more checking trail cams and stuff like that. But coming back out here this year, this place stays maintained very well throughout the course of the year. Your family and you and your brother come out here and really do it right. So all we were doing is just adding that food plot in the hard line. The wood lines, just to draw them in there. You know, this out here is a gold mine in terms of cover.
Yeah,
you got it going on out here, dude.
Yeah, and what we see a lot of is a lot of night travel.
Okay.
In these open fields, open food plots and stuff like that. So majority of the time during the day, they're in the cover, they're in the pines, they're in the transitions, you know, traveling, looking for food. But I need them in the hardwoods, so
yeah,
hopefully we can hold these deer. Of course, 20 acres isn't a lot, but hopefully if we have a pretty good food source, they'll stay for a little while until they need water. So that's the only thing we're missing out here is a water source.
You're right, 20 acres, you know, it's not a lot of land, but if you handle it the way you guys have been, that's why you're getting the pictures of the bucks you're getting at, you know, in the morning, in the daylight hours, almost all the way through the season.
That's right.
This is one of those spots, man.
So we're excited. It's June right now, so we've only got about, what, 4 months?
July, August, September.
3 months.
3 months. It's coming up quick.
We got 3 months until we get a little blood on that food plot.
That's right, son. And we'll be coming back out here as well, checking the food plot, tending to it. We also cut some shooting lanes like he was mentioning. He's got a good ladder stand spot to where he has these trails that him and Chandler came out here and made, right? And we basically just cut a couple trees down, put some throw and grow out there, and that'll raise up, and that should be pulling them in right around that stand.
Yeah, and we're gonna go over to Dove's land. We're gonna set him up, and then we're probably gonna come back over here later July and go through kind of a educational video on stand location and trail cam location. So y'all definitely stay tuned for that for sure.
Yep.
But I appreciate you watching.